Okay, so today's pod review is going to be on that pepper right back there, and that is called the Scotch Bonnet Jamaican Red. So I got a couple that are actually ready. There's actually quite a few on this plant this year, but let's pull off the ones that are ready. A couple that are not quite ready enough for me, but we'll let those ripen. And we'll pull these two off. So that is the Scotch Bonnet Jamaican Red. Now, if you don't know about Scotch Bonnets, they vary a lot. They can go from like jalapeno heat to above jalapeno heat, should I say. A lot of the times they are semi-hot, not too hot, but they can get as hot as habaneros, these things, basically. I wouldn't say 350,000 Scovilles, but they can get midway of that, believe it or not. So you can get some years where these can get really hot, and then you can get years where they're mild. I'm hoping this one's more of a mild year on this, because I've been doing some pod reviews lately that are just literally hitting me really, really hard. I don't know, this year some of the hot peppers are coming out really hot this year. It's just really hitting my system very hard, especially when you're doing pod reviews on all kinds of peppers. You know, I mean, I'm doing these almost daily now, and it's just getting tougher and tougher. So anyway, that's it. Trying to give you a good view, a good angle of it. Can't tell what lighting looks best. Can give you a couple good angles. It's the bottom of it. Here, I'll show you the other one. That's the other one. And this is a very classic, typical example of what a Scotch bonnet should look like. They call it Scotch bonnet because the whole bottom part kind of tucks under, and it just kind of looks like a Scotch's bonnet is what it looks like. Alright, so that's a good example. In fact, maybe we'll taste test this one. It's a little smaller, but it's nice and dark on the top. It's almost got a little blackening in there. You know, blackening is usually a warning sign that it's going to be really hot. But, yeah, a lot of peppers will do that. They'll get like a tinge of black on them. And that just simply means that the plant is producing a sunshade to protect it from direct sunlight so it doesn't get sun scald. So some plants will do it, but a lot of pepper plants will actually do that regardless. And jalapenos do it. A lot of times you go into the store, you buy jalapenos, you see these big tinges of black on one side of it. Well, that's why. The pepper was in direct sunlight, and so it gets that blackening on it. And those are some of the good hot ones. So anyway, let's turn you around and give you a go. Alright guys, here we are. We are back again today doing another pod review on this pepper here. It's called the Jamaican Scotch Bonnet, but this is the red, so it would be called the Jamaican Red Scotch Bonnet. I guess that's how you would say that. They come in several different colors. They come in yellow. I think they come in orange too. But I know there's a yellow version, there's a red version for sure, and I have both of those versions, and they are both available on my website. So we got the red and we got the yellow, and today we are taste testing the red one. So anyway, that's it right there, and kind of give you a good look at it. Get that camera to focus. And it's a wicked looking pepper, and don't know what else to say about it. I'm pretty sure this is from the island of Jamaica, but all the details will be in the description below, as usual. And you'll be able to find out what you need to find out about it when you get to that point. So, if you're interested, of course. So, here it is. Let's give it a bite. Now, that's the bottom of the pepper. Right now, the heat is relatively low. It's not too punishing yet. But as I come up towards the top of the pepper, I got a feeling that heat's going to come up. Right now, the heat is probably somewhere around 500 Scoville units. It's just burning the end of my tongue. No gut cramp. Very easy on the stomach. The flavor of it was tangy a little bit. And I'm trying to think of what flavor range it would fall into. It kind of start falling into that cayenne type flavor. It doesn't have any fruitiness or anything like that. Doesn't taste like bell pepper. It doesn't taste like habanero. Kind of falls into that cayenne type flavor. So it doesn't taste like cayenne, but if you were to like pick a category that it might fall into, it would fall into that flavor. It's a very nice pepper. I really enjoy eating these. And the heats are generally low on these, so I can generally pick and snack on these in the garden. Some years, though, I've had some years on these that were very hot. I've had some very, very hot years. So far, so good. The very bottom of the pepper is not so hot. Once I take a bite off the top, that song might change very quickly. So let's move up towards the top and kind of get into the flavor profile more and see if the heat comes up. So, like I say, the flavor is very mild in flavor, and that was a ripe one, too. There's really not that much heat on this thing. That one was pretty low, considering that it is a Scotch Bonnet, but we're going to take a bite off of that one in a second, but it's pretty low. It's staying low. If I was to say right now, I really wouldn't put this thing past like 800, maybe 1,000. It's really low. It's very nice. It's a warm heat now. The heat is working its way back onto my tongue a little bit. It's just a very warm, smooth, mellow type of heat. It's not a stinging or shocking type of heat. It's just really smooth, very low, very mellow. It's very enjoyable. Here's the other one. Let's give that one a bite and see what that tastes like. Again, the heat is very low on these this year. Thank God for me. A little bit on the tangy side, but the flavor is very nice. This is the kind of a pepper would taste good if you dried it out, turned it into a powder. It would taste really nice. But there's not a lot of sweetness in it. It's kind of like on the tangy side. Again, it kind of falls into the cayenne side of things. I'm not saying it's a cayenne flavor, but it kind of starts falling into that direction. Again, not habanero flavor, not bell pepper flavor. It just falls into its own flavor, but it has a nice flavor to it. Heat is generally low. Now this one, the heat's picking up a little bit. This one's coming up. This one, I'm going to start putting it over 1,000 on this one. Not a big deal. It's not that hot, but definitely over 1,000. And it's very nice. It's a very nice, smooth, mellow heat. So, very enjoyable. If you've never grown the Scotch Bonnet before, of any kind, whether it's the Jamaican Scotch Bonnet or any form of the Scotch Bonnets, definitely give that one a go. You'll definitely like this pepper. As far as having seeds available for it, you can pick them up on my website. I will have these available, and they are available. I should be anyway. Sometimes seeds go out of stock on my website and I don't know it, and I don't get around to updating the website, so I just fill orders. But anyway, that's really it. That's just a quick review on the Jamaican red Scotch Bonnet pepper. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.